Imagine a world without the internet, a world where the digital landscape we take for granted simply doesn't exist. No websites, no online shopping, no streaming services, just a world where everything is analog, no Google Maps to guide you. You'd have to rely on paper maps, asking for directions and your own sense of direction. Road trips would be planned with atlases, and getting lost would be a common adventure. No social media to scroll through. Conversations would be face-to-face, and you'd catch up with friends over coffee, not through status updates. The art of conversation would thrive. How would you find information? Libraries and encyclopedias would be your go-to sources. Research would take time and effort, and the joy of discovering new knowledge would be more profound. How would you connect with friends? You'd write letters, make phone calls, and meet in person. Relationships would be nurtured through direct interaction, and the bonds would be stronger. The internet has woven itself into our lives. From work to entertainment, it's an integral part of our daily routines. We rely on it for almost everything. It's hard to imagine a day without it. We check our phones first thing in the morning and use the internet throughout the day for various tasks. But what if it disappeared? What if one day we woke up to find the internet gone? The initial confusion and frustration would be immense. Life would be very different. We'd see more people interacting in person, using payphones and engaging in community activities. We would have to rely on older ways of doing things. Writing letters, using landlines, and face-to-face meetings would become the norm again. We'd use maps, mail letters, and talk face-to-face. The pace of life would slow down, and we'd find new ways to connect and communicate. It would be a major shift. Adapting to a world without the web would be challenging, but it would also bring new opportunities for personal growth and community building. Communication would change dramatically. Imagine a world where our primary means of communication reverted to older methods. No more instant messages or video calls. Instead of sending a quick text, we'd have to rely on more traditional forms of communication. No more instant messages or video calls. We'd use phones, letters, and face-to-face conversations. Imagine the anticipation of waiting for a letter to arrive, or the excitement of hearing someone's voice on the other end of a landline phone. Remember phone calls? We'd use those a lot more. The sound of a ringing phone would become a common occurrence, and we'd spend more time talking and less time typing. We'd also write letters again. The art of letter writing would make a comeback, with people taking the time to craft thoughtful messages and waiting eagerly for replies. Imagine waiting days or weeks for a reply. The pace of communication would slow down, but it might also become more deliberate and meaningful. Business meetings would happen in person. Face-to-face interactions would be essential for building trust and making important decisions. Travel would be essential for collaboration. Professionals would need to travel more frequently to meet clients and colleagues, making business trips a regular part of life. Communication would be slower, but perhaps more meaningful. Conversations would be richer, and relationships might deepen as we take the time to connect in more personal ways. The internet fuels global trade. Without it, businesses would struggle immensely. Online shopping would vanish overnight. Physical stores would become crucial again. Supply chains would be severely disrupted. Businesses would need to find new ways to connect with suppliers and customers effectively. Local markets might become significantly more important. Consumers would have less choice. Prices might go up considerably. It would be a vastly different economic landscape. Education would be transformed. No more online courses or digital libraries. Students would rely on textbooks and in-person instruction. Teachers would become even more important. They would be the primary source of knowledge and guidance. Libraries would once again be central to learning. Learning might be slower, but it could also be deeper and more engaging. A world without the internet wouldn't be all bad. There could be benefits. Imagine a life where our days are not dictated by notifications and constant connectivity. We might find ourselves more present in the moment, truly engaging with the world around us. We might spend less time staring at screens. Instead of scrolling through endless feeds, we could invest our time in hobbies and activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. We might connect more deeply with people. Conversations could become richer, and relationships might grow stronger as we give each other our undivided attention. Face-to-face interactions could become more common. Meeting up with friends and family would be more meaningful as we cherish the moments spent together. We might rediscover the joy of reading books. Without the distractions of the digital world, we could immerse ourselves in stories and knowledge, enriching our minds and sparking our imaginations. We might rediscover the joy of spending time in nature. It's a thought-provoking idea. Imagine the peace and tranquility of a hike through the woods, or the simple pleasure of a picnic in the park. In a world consumed by technology, could we thrive without it? The constant barrage of information and the pressure to stay connected can be overwhelming. Could we use this as an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves and each other? By stepping away from our screens, we might find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. The answer, my friends, is out there. It's in the laughter shared around a campfire, the quiet moments of reflection, and the beauty of the world that surrounds us.